Okay, well, on behalf of the Appalachian Athletic Conference, I'd like to welcome everyone here to our preseason media day for men's and women's basketball. We want to thank the MeadowView Convention Center and the Kingsport Convention Chamber and Visitors Bureau for hosting this event today. They're great partners. We're excited about this partnership with them and to bring our men's and women's basketball tournaments to Kingsport and to the Convention Center for the next several years. We're very excited about this opportunity, particularly to do a combined tournament again, which we have not done now for 3 years. The Appalachian Athletic Conference wants to offer a special welcome to the newest members of our conference, St. Andrew University of Laurinburg. As the players and coaches prepare for the 2012-2013 season, we're taking this opportunity to announce the preseason coaches polls and give each coach an opportunity to give us a preview of the coming season. We'll begin with the women's coaches and proceed alphabetically by school. So, Coach.
Jason Smith, Bryan College Women's Basketball. Rich said we had 3 minutes to speak here, to rehearse it, and I sat in front of a mirror all night last night. I'm a Big 12 guy. I'm a Midwesterner, and I watched a little bit of the Big 12 football media conference this year, and I watched Bill Snyder at K-State, one of the most respected coaches, probably gets more out of his players than anybody. And when he was asked, why you picked to finish 6th in your conference, if you're surprised, and he basically said, I don't care about that. We just humbly go out and do our work and let the results fall where they fall. And, right now they're 4th in the country, picked 6th to finish in the Big 12. And that's kind of like, I want to emulate that. We're just going to go out and work and let the results, we're picked 7 in the conference, and that's probably where we deserve to be at. We lost 5 seniors. And, last year I sat up here and I said our season's going to go last year according to how our seniors play. And, a couple days after this, one of our seniors tore ACL out for the year. Another one had our knee scoped. We had another one with a shoulder injury all year, and we lost our freshman point guard after 8 games. So, I don't know the results of these things. My team's a mystery to me as much as you guys. We lost 5 seniors. We returned 1 junior that was a starter for us that was really good, and we got some nice pieces in. But until some games start, until we hook up with Tennessee Wesleyan, we probably are not going to know kind of who we got and what we're looking at. So we're excited about the season, but then again, we're just going to work our tails off and let the results, be what they be. So I'm going to leave you with a little 3 quotes from the famous Crash Davis in the movie Bull Durham. He gave some advice to his little young pitcher when he gets in front of the media day. He said, tell him, hey, we got to play them 1 game at a time. I'm just happy to be here. Hope I can help this ball club win. And I just want to give my best shot. And the good Lord will win. Things will work out. It's pretty much where we're at. So look forward to the season. Look forward to seeing you guys.
2:47, so I have an extra 13 seconds? No. I'm actually going to save my time and let somebody else use it. But I am Maria Otis, women's basketball coach at Columbia College. And we are very excited about the upcoming season. This is a great time, whether you've had injuries or not, anticipating the games. But they say good things come in twos, and unfortunately for us, bad things are coming in twos. So we have lost 2 starters this year. We lost our 2 leading scorers, and we lost our first 2 off the bench. And that has been a combination of graduation and then some early preseason bumps. So making the tough call as a coach to let some players go, no matter how much they contribute on the court, is probably the hardest lesson that I've had to learn. But at the end of the day, the ones we have left right now are great character kids. They work very hard. They're very eager. And we'll see if we can get their talent there as well. One of the things we tried to do following last season was balance out some of our scoring. We knew we were going to graduate quite a few points, and as things rolled on this summer and the beginning of the season, we are graduating or have lost 30 points per game. So we did try to recruit more of an inside game and also give ourselves a lot more options on the outside. Streak shooters or not, we're hoping one of them can hit every game. So we tried to balance out some of our scoring and provide a little more distribution as far as that's concerned. We've had the typical preseason injuries. Have a kid right now that we need for the beginning of the season, and she's just getting over a concussion, and she's probably got a little ways to go on that. So we're hoping we got our concussion out of the way for the year. But we are excited. This group does bring a little more of a intelligent IQ perspective to the game, which is something we have not had in a little while. So we are really excited about that and being able to run perhaps a little more structured, high-level offense because of that. So we look forward to it, and best wishes to everyone. Thanks.
Rich Aubrey, women's basketball, Milligan College. I have two main points I'd like to make today. I'm excited about this season for these two reasons. First of all, I love our conference. In women's basketball, our conference has done nothing but improve over recent years. We finished 6th last year, and to some degree I feel like we underachieved, but I also believe that the team we had last year, not too long ago, would have won our conference. And I think that could be said of several teams that finished down through the ranks in last year's standings. It's going to be exciting, the level of competition. We have more good players. We have great coaching in this conference, and that makes it exciting. The second reason I'm excited about this season, we have 3 great seniors. Our seniors have embraced the role of leadership. They have raised the level of energy and enthusiasm in our gym to levels that we have not experienced. Dorian Freeman is a post player from Augusta, Georgia, has become a great leader for our team. Jonisha Good and Jamie Hill are both from Science Hill High School in Johnson City, and the 3 of them have become just a great leadership team, and we're excited about the season ahead because of what they bring to the gym every day.
I'm Craig Jackson from Montreat College. We returned just 2 starters, but I have 4 post players that are all sophomores that all started at least one contest last year. All of them have come back, I think, significantly better shape and a lot better position for them to contribute this year. I lost all-conference point guard and all-conference guard. I brought in 4 junior college kids and a D2 transfer. All 5 of those should see significant playing time. I think my point guard led the conference. She was a transfer from Western Oregon College or Western Oregon University. She led the GNAC in steals her freshman and sophomore year, had 22 on University of Oregon. I think she's an all-conference type of player, probably our best on-ball defender I've had at Montreat, much bigger than what we've had in the past. I think the level of competition for us top to bottom is significantly better than it's been in a long time. I think we're a lot deeper. We're only going to carry 12 on varsity this year, which has been really good for us because it's been a real solid 12 for us, I think, so far. And I think the best thing that I've gotten from this group is that they play really hard. And it's been really hard from the beginning of practice to end of practice, which is something that we've always really tried to do, but sometimes we've struggled with. And so I think that's the best thing about kind of where we're at right now. It's going to take us a little while to figure out, who we are, how we're going to score. We got used to watching Mikey and kind of stood around a little bit for the last 2 years and watched her do things. I think it's going to take us a while to figure out how we're going to get things done, but I'm pretty excited about what we have and the parts we have to get things done. So, thanks.
Good morning. Mandy Cook from Point University. The theme for the last year, it seems like for Point, has been change. Not only have we entered the AAC last year, but then over the summer we relocated our entire campus, and I tried to learn a lot from last year's experience and completely change my team. I do have 8 girls returning, but they have a different mentality, a different focus than what they did before. We brought in 7 new girls, and the level has changed, and we're just hoping that we can bring something different to the AAC and provide more competition. And these girls have very good attitudes and character. It's fun going into practice and not leaving upset like I was every day. It seemed like every day last year. So far we've had a lot of fun, and we're very optimistic about this season and look forward to playing you guys.
Good morning. I'm Lindsay Huffman from Reinhardt University. I am the new one in the conference and very excited to be here and very excited for the season. I don't know what's more scary, this or watching our team try and run offense right now, but right now it seems like this. But being new, we've got 7 returners that played on our team last year, and I brought in 8 last minute, and we've got a pretty good mix of some young girls and some transfers that could help us out this year. And we've got a 6'2" transfer from Lenore Ryan that will help us in the post and hopefully be able to make some defenses on her and open some things up for our point guard transfer from Southern Poly, a senior who's got some good game time experience that we need. We're in the same boat as a lot of you guys, injury-ridden, and looking to find our niche and figure out exactly where we're going to go from here. But we're working hard, and we're, like you guys have said, going to let the chips fall where they can. So looking forward to this season. Thanks.
Jeff Rice from Tennessee Wesleyan. Luckily for us, we returned our 3 leading scorers from last year, and Michelle Davis, Heather Gibson, and Cody Houck. We'll go as they go. Our biggest challenge is going to be replacing 2 senior guards that had started for the last 3 years and knew exactly where the ball needed to go. We've got some talented kids who just haven't played a whole lot. We're excited about where they are, excited about what they're doing right now. But you still got to get under the gun and get things done. I want to talk about, Rich talked about how deep the conference is, being a team that is lucky enough to have been to the national tournament the last 3 years. Getting any of our top 5 or 6 can go out there and compete with anybody in the country. And we've been fortunate enough to get out there and do a little bit. And I think that's helped all of us by bringing some notoriety to our conference, understanding that we can go out there and win some games. And I'm just excited about this upcoming year. I'm excited about the competition. I'm excited about how we can grow as a basketball team and get back to where we have been in hopefully the last couple of years. Thanks.
I'm Amanda Vance from Union College. I'm the assistant. I got thrown into this yesterday, so I'm going to use my cheat notes. We returned 3 starters, so we're pretty lucky in that department. We lost 3 players from last year's team, including 2 4-year starters in Kara Powell and Courtney Thomas, so we're definitely going to lack some experience on that end. We do return 3 starters. Like I said, Lindsay Waters, which was a huge impact player right off the bat last year. We definitely expect her to have another big year this year. We also returned junior guard Allison Roberts. She's a very competitive kid, aggressive, tremendous three-point shooter. So we're expecting her to have another breakout year also. Laura Perkins is another aggressive guard that we've got. She's had a really good preseason, so we're expecting her to step up and be a much bigger part of our team than she was last year. We've brought in 6 freshmen, which is interesting at times. Haley Perkins from Glasgow. She's a very versatile, talented young girl that we expect her to impact us right away. Macy Klontz from South Laurel, another athletic, aggressive, physical perimeter player that fits our system and style of play to a T. For the where was I going to go? Sorry. We're going to face some tough competition early on. We play top 5 in Indiana Wesleyan, and then we'll play top 30 Grace, Indiana. We'll also play Cumberland University in December, so we'll face a few tough challenges before we get into conference play. So hopefully that will help us and not hurt us. And that's all. Thank you.
Jacqueline Dickens from Virginia Intermont College. Had a pretty good season last year. We felt like 20-12, finished 4th. Of course, we lost 2 big seniors, one being T.T. Webb. Pretty hard to replace, but I feel like we're going to expect some returners to step up and a couple of the new kids to step up and try to fill that role. We're returning 7. 4 of them have starting experience. None of them are seniors. We have no seniors this year, so so far it's been a big test, I think, for us. We have Kayla Orrick and Rainey Story, 2 big ones returning that were huge for us last year. We have 9 new ones. All of them we feel like can contribute in some way. Excited about Ashley Lindholm, one of the freshmen from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, and Alexis Height from Richmond. But like I said, all of them we're looking forward to seeing what we got. A lot of learning right now because we don't have a lot of returners that played some key minutes. But Our non-conference schedule, we got 6 NCAA 2 teams, 5 NAIA 1, so hopefully that'll prepare us for the conference play. But feel like we got a lot of talent, probably the most depth and talent that we've had since I've been there. So we just got to pull it all together and play as a team and do what we do to win. So look forward to it.
Okay, my name is Don Rakowski from Bryan College. I'm the first men's coach that will talk about our conference. And, I'll talk a little bit about our team, but I'll give a quick rundown of the league from my perspective as well. I was talking to Lincoln yesterday. I said, I think this year on the men's side, Tennessee Wesleyan is the clear-cut favorite to win the league, and that's part of my job here is to put a lot of pressure on them initially. And then, honestly, I think it's an 8-way tie for second place. I was trying to figure out who to put second, third, fourth, fifth, and it was really difficult to rank them. I'm sure the other coaches felt the same way. I went on the Internet, looked at who we've all signed and things of this nature, and it should be an exciting season. It should be really competitive, and who's ever picked to finish ninth could end up finishing second this year in this conference. And maybe first. We'll see what happens. But I think Tennessee Wesleyan is definitely the clear-cut favorite this year. As far as us, we have an interesting mix of players. We have 6 freshmen this year that will play. And being done this for as long as I've had, that's usually not a good thing for the here and now. And we have 2 really good post kids that are freshmen. I think both of them could be really good players as time goes on, but they're, no matter what way you slice it, we're going to be playing 6 freshmen. Our best player won't play till second semester, so that's going to hurt us. We signed a really good post kid out of Jackson State, and we could play him second semester. He was a first-team all-league player, a kid named Derek Walker, but we may sit him for the year so we have him 2 full seasons. And we haven't made a final determination of that yet, but there's a strong likelihood that we're going to do that. And honestly, in our practices right now, it is a battle between our white squad and our black squad. Our white squad is every bit as good and sometimes better than our black squad because we have 3 really good red shirts this first semester. The thing I'm encouraged with our team is we have some concerns at the point, and our 2 guys that we have there are doing a very good job. We've had a scrimmage, and we've seen some things there that we've liked in the scrimmage from that position. And like all of us know, if you're not strong at the point position, you're in trouble. And I think our 2 point guards have showed us to this point that they will probably be up to the task, and only time will tell for sure. And a scouting report on us, your goal should be to score 60. If you hit 60, you probably will get a W against us. So that's what we're going to try to hold you from doing. So we'll leave it at that.
My name is Bill Robinson from Milligan College. I agree. I got the poll results, and it was Mike Poe said a few years ago is Bluefield and everybody else. Well, now he's taken that role, Bluefield, and it's Tennessee Wesleyan and everybody else. But I like my team a lot. I like them a whole lot, mostly off the court. They're just a great group of guys to be with. They're great to work with. We've talked multiple times in coaches' circles that life's too short to coach knuckleheads. So we don't have knuckleheads. We have kids that really, really enjoyed being around. Hopefully they can play a little bit. Tyler DeVault's going to be a returning left-handed post player. He's got some knee tendonitis, which has slowed him down this fall, but he's going to be our number 1 option in the post for us. Mickey Woods will be our point guard. Port Arthur, Texas, really like Mickey. His leadership, even as a sophomore, has been very impressive this fall. Torian Sitton's return, wing from Hendersonville, North Carolina, brings us a lot of energy. Ignas Palema, junior college kid we signed from Lithuania, 6'11" kid. He was from Three Rivers Community College out in Missouri. He'll be a big presence for us in the post this year. And Cartreat Pettis, guard we signed from Oviedo, Florida, will start as a freshman and will give us a lot of energy. This year is going to be a fun year for me. We have the opportunity to go to New York City and play my alma mater in December. That's the first time I've ever played them. So it's kind of an exciting trip. We're actually going to go to the Jersey Shore, rent a house at the beach and for a week, and just for what we could rent the house for a week in December would cost 1 night a hotel in New York City. So we'll commute up and play a couple games up in the New York City area and then hit Liberty on the way home, make some money to pay for the trip. But It's an exciting time at Milligan right now. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've just renovated the facility, the new gym floor, the outside, new doors, new carpet in the office, locker room. It looks really, really good. We've got new dorms going up on campus. We've got a village. Half of them will be done fall of 2013. The next half will be done fall of 2014. Former NBA head coach Del Harris is going to be on campus this coming weekend. Get a chance to talk to our girls and our guys. So it's a fun time right now. We're really excited about not just basketball, but about Milligan College. So thanks.
Well, I have to agree with the other coaches that if Tennessee Wesleyan doesn't win it, I'm going to put pressure on too. It's going to be a disappointing year for Wesleyan. Lincoln Walters, Montreat College. I think this year for us, we have one piece of our puzzle returning from last year. It's LaBreece Adams, finished 11th in the country in scoring. Problem is he shot it all the time, and so we need to be able to distribute the ball a little bit better. We have some good newcomers coming into the conference or onto our team that I think are going to really help us. One is Justin Maxwell. He's a transfer from Lee University. He's a 6'6" guard. Eric Allen, a freshman coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, a 7A high school, first-team all-conference player. That I think is going to be a big piece. The problem is he's young, and so it's going to take a lot to get him to where he needs to be. Then a 5'10" point guard from Northside Christian here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Justin Ashford is a good distributor, can handle the ball, makes pretty good decisions as a freshman. I think our goal is to be better than we were last year, and we hope we can be that. It's early. It's when you're towards the bottom of the conference. It's easy to, not easy. It's nice when it looks like good coaching. If you're picked towards the bottom and you can be higher than what you were picked. And so when you're at the top, and you don't, meet the expectations, then I don't know. Anyways, thanks.
Alan Wilson, Point University. I'm not going to say anything about Tennessee Wesleyan. I'll let the other coaches handle that. But we are not in West Point anymore. Don't go to West Point or we're going to have major problems. Okay, we're in East Point. I'm sorry. We're in West Point, Georgia, which is Alabama-Georgia line on I-85. So don't go to East Point, Georgia anymore. At least we're not the new kid on the block. I'll pass that baton on to St. Andrews. But it's interesting to sit back there and listen to y'all talk about your returners and your experience. I don't have that luxury. I think I have two players that were on the roster last year. So when you're 8-22, you got to do something different, and that's one thing I think I have done a good job of is shaking things up. We lost our shooters, we lost our rebounders, we lost our scorers, we lost everybody. From the starting lineup alone, I think we lost 52 points and 21 rebounds. So going to have to make that up somewhere, or else we're going to be having to play some hellacious defense to win a few games. I would say that the three players that are listed on the list there are probably our best three, our best new players. But we've already had a couple hurt, and we probably won't get a couple eligible until second semester. So it's taken a while to get things going. Sometimes I think we show flashes in practice. Other times I'm thinking 8-22 doesn't look too bad. So, but all that said, I really haven't gotten a grasp on this team yet. There's so many new faces with new offense, new defense, new coaches, new players. It's going to take some time. I realize that, but I'm hoping by the first conference game we can hopefully get it together. Thanks.
Jason Gillespie from Reinhardt University. And, it's the first time I saw the poll. It's pretty interesting. That's not it. That's the order, isn't it? That makes more sense. Coach Rakowski, you ought to be number one. It's like Wesleyan is supposed to be up there, I thought, but what's this order? Anyway, I'll make it unanimous. I voted Wesleyan number one. It's been a 3-year hiatus since I've been in this conference during my time at Bluefield, and really excited to be back. Excited seems to be the key word for the day. I know we're all excited as coaches at the beginning of the year, and hopefully we'll still be excited once January, February rolls around, when things are a lot more challenging. But coming in we've got a brand new program trying to put in place. You You won't see Reinhardt walk the ball up the floor like I've seen on game films from last year. We're going to play a lot different, so we're getting guys used to playing differently. With not a lot back from last year, we've got one starter, Matthew Porter, who started the majority of the games last year, and that's it. I think I looked at the roster or the stats from last year, and I think we have maybe 20 points a game back from last year. So brand new. I do love the way our guys are competing in practice. They really go hard, and we've got a group that I think is going to fit the style of play we're trying to implement. And it's going to be a fun year. This conference is an incredibly tough one to go on the road and win games anywhere. We've got a lot of great coaches in the league, and so we know it's a challenge every night. So looking forward to it, and really glad to be back down south.
Hi, I'm Andrew Brown from St. Andrews University. We're excited to be in this conference. As you guys know, we were Division II last year, moving on to this conference. We had our first game last night, exhibition game versus Athletes in Action, and we lost by 20 points. So I got a good understanding about my team. We bring in 4 junior college transfers, 2 transfers, one from Hawaii Pacific, Kyle Allen, which will be out first semester. We have 4 freshmen coming in. One's Dale Carnegie from Davidson Day High School in Charlotte, North Carolina. Mark Chin from Jacksonville, Florida. Chris Orr from East Hall High School down in Georgia. And also Mark McCorkle from Georgia. I actually started 2 freshmen last night. They've been playing really well. Our non-conference schedule is pretty stacked. We play Pikeville twice. We play High Point, Winthrop, ECU. We play Pembroke twice, Francis Marion, Coker College. First-year coach, I want to just put our guys against the best competition because I heard about this conference is pretty tough, so I want to get these guys ready. Our three things I teach my guys every day is effort, energy, and enthusiasm, and that's what we're trying to bring every day. I don't know how it's going to go. We only have 1 returner from last year. I have 11 newcomers, so we're just trying to get things together. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Mike Poe from Tennessee Wesleyan. I'm the guy with the hole shot through me. I'm very glad to be in Kingsport. Anything to accommodate Milligan. That's why we're here. I hear all the coaches talk about how excited they are. I'm not excited one bit about going to any of your people's places to play, and because I know how difficult it is. Coach, you said something about recruiting shooters. I've tried to start recruiting makers. I've had plenty of shooters before, and I've tried to recruit a few more makers. So I'm hoping that we'll be okay in that regard. But we do return quite a bit. EJ's back as a senior, but we won't have him until the second semester because he only has 1 semester left to play. So he won't be able to play until the end of this semester. We return. EJ was an honorable mention All-American last year. We returned Desmond Crisp, who was also an honorable mention All-American last year and was our leading scorer. And as a senior, we also returned Matt Harper, who has been a 3-year starter and has scored over 1,200 points in his career to this point. Shannon Smith, who was on the all-freshman team last year, was a pretty good guard to go along with EJ. We returned him as a sophomore. Josh Gregory returns as a 6'7" post guy who, I was telling Coach Rice on the way up here, to me, he's our most improved player from last year to this year because he's gotten where he can finish it around the goal, and he's dropped some weight, and he's 6'7", about 255, 260, and got some great strength. We have 3 newcomers that are we think are going to be pretty good. First is Tyler Burse. His dad actually played at Tennessee Wesleyan. He's played the first 2 years at Shorter University. He's 6'7", can play anywhere from the 2 to the 5. He can he can stretch the floor and shoot the 3, and he's also very good around the goal. And we've also added Derek Triplett, transfer from Motlow State Junior College. That's a 6'5", 4 guy that can put it on the floor and do some things with the basketball. And also Zamarius McClendon, a guy who played at Motlow. We recruited a couple of years ago, and he decided to go to Francis Marion. He's from Clarksville, Tennessee, about 6'6", about 230. That's got great strength, probably the strongest player we've had in some time. That will also be at the 5 position. As far as I stood up here last year and I mentioned that the year before I thought that Milligan was the most consistent team from first year to the end of the year, and that's why they won. And last year, quite frankly, we were. And now we got a lot of breaks. We got a great break at Bryan, and we got an even better break at Virginia Intermont because it rained, and we got to go over to Virginia High and play. We had a lot of things to go in our favor. We didn't have any major injuries. If you could, and I had a team that was very hungry, and I think that that's probably my concern right now is trying to keep them very hungry about continuing to play. And our team's going to go as EJ goes. I mean, it's not rocket science. But I know right now, as of today, I'm not the best team in the league because we've practiced now since September the 25th, I think, or 26th when we started. But I've got 7 red shirts, and we haven't beat them yet. And I've got a group of red shirts sitting out that are pretty good, and we scrimmage every day, and we haven't beat them one time. And so I don't know whether we're as good as you're saying, or whether my next year's team is going to be more exciting than what I've got now. So that remains to be seen. From a schedule standpoint, we're probably not going to look very good in an overall record because we're playing Lee, and we're playing University of Cumberland, we're playing Trevecca, we're playing University of West Alabama, we're playing University of Montebello, who was the NCAA Division II runner-up last year, and so we get started next Saturday when we go to Lee next Saturday afternoon. So I'd like to be good. I'd like to be that good as one time in my life, but I don't know whether I know how this conference is, and it some teams you get on a roll sometimes, and it's what happened for us last year, and we won 16 of our last 19 to end the year. But we had a lot of things going in our favor, and we're happy to accept the role, and if it works out that way, we'll do our best. But if it doesn't, I'll be rooting for you guys, and because we have great people in this league, and I know the job that all of you do. So anyway, we'll get started. Like I said, I'm not going to say I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited because I'm not. And I'm not excited about coming to your place one bit. I'm excited. If y'all want to come to James L. Robb twice, I'll be a little more excited about that, but I know that won't happen. But thank you for your good things you said about us. I hope we're able to perform at that level. Thank you.
Kevin Burton, Union College. I am very appreciative of being at Union. This is my first year. As many of you all may know, I came from, my last school was Lambeth University, which fell on financial hard times and actually closed. And so last year was the first season in almost 20 years, I guess, that I didn't spend on a college campus, and which was difficult. And so I'm very appreciative of getting that opportunity and very thankful for it. And this is, I believe, my 5th or 6th conference that I've come into. So I've been the rookie 5 or 6 different times now, and it's always exciting to get to see how conferences operate, getting to meet the new coaches, and I've enjoyed that, and hopefully I won't get to enjoy that for a few more years because I've heard so many good things about our conference, the people that are in the conference, the coaches on the men's side, and I'm just looking forward to the opportunity of competing and forging some relationships. As far as my basketball team, We have two seniors that I've been very impressed with, not necessarily just their play, but James David Strange and Josh Smith have been two young men I've been very impressed with as far as how they've conducted themselves as representatives of our school and our basketball program. We have they're basically the only two guys that played significantly. There's a third, Danny Montcalm, that played a little bit, and pretty much everyone else is new. So it's been definitely challenging. Everyone in our gym every day, including the assistant coach, systematically everything I'm saying is news to them. So it's the first time they've heard of these types of things that we're doing, and so we're certainly a little bit behind on where I'd like to be as far as learning system of play. But I think hopefully by the time we get into conference play, hopefully we'll be competitive. We have a very diverse group. We've got players from all over the country that have come in, and they've all been very coachable, very hardworking, and a fun group to be around. And hopefully, they'll continue to improve as the year goes on. So, thank you very much.
Chris Tolliver in Virginia Intermont College. I was the assistant last year, so I'm very grateful and blessed to have the opportunity to be here. And thanks to you guys that have already reached out and offered help and advice already. But a lot of new faces this year in Bristol, myself included. Like I said, I was the assistant last year, so we got a new staff, 10 new players, 6 returners, a new system. Everything I'm preaching every day is new as well. So who knows how good we're going to be? I mean, you'll know when I know. Couple of returners coming back. Justin Morris, everybody knows in here I think knows who he is. Great ability to score the ball. If I can get him to play defense, we'll be okay. And then another returner, Joshua Hart. He'll be a good inside presence for us. And then a kid that we got this year, he redshirted last year, Dalek Cromwell from the University of Cumberland. He's he's like a 6'7" man, so he's pretty diverse and is able to step out and inside as well. New guys we got coming in. A familiar face, he was with us a couple years ago, Max Sorokin. He's a 7-foot Russian. He played at Virginia University Lynchburg last year, so he'll be the man inside for us. And then another transfer we got from St. Francis University, point guard Anthony Good. Those two guys will hopefully make an impact for us. Schedule-wise, same as you guys say, we got a tough one. We play at St. Catherine, at Lee. Got a couple of D2 games, and then we go down to Charleston Southern as well and play. So hopefully those games will prepare us and get us ready for the conference play. Mike Poe at Tennessee Wesleyan put us out last year, so hopefully we can return the favor this year. But it's going to be a tough road. Good luck to you guys, and thanks.
Well, coaches, I don't need to remind you of this, but, of course, Coach Koski is the rater for the men's side. And if he doesn't know who to put 2 on down, should be a great year. But I want to ask you a question. It seems to me I heard Coach Poe say that his next year's team is better than this year. Was that it? I think so. Well, this is going to be a great year. Of course, on the women's side, the regular season takes on added importance because the regular season champion will also go to the national tournament. And if the tournament champion is the regular season champion, the number 2 team on the women's side will go to the national tournament. We'll get the second bid. So adds even more importance this season. So we're looking forward to a great season. Best wishes to all the coaches. No injuries. God bless you.